Okay,
It's fine.
and then for more information.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And if
And then you're going to have those other two slides that we push to the end.
yeah, I'll put the your vote probably at the very end.
Okay.
I'll put where to get the how about where to get the recordings just before the just after the thank yous, and then the where to get more information and your vote matters at the very end.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, you're talking about the flyers or handouts? Or just this? What you've got on?
Just this.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds fine to me.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Is everything going to be 3 minutes?
Everything except if the moderator chooses to ask a follow-up question to the same candidate, then that is a 30-second answer.
Okay, and otherwise the opening's 3 minutes, closing 3 minutes. So I don't know what he says in the script, but if he is doing the follow-up question, it would be very helpful for him to say, and I would dare say essential for him to say, you have 30 seconds to respond.
Okay.
Because if my mind wanders at all,
Mm-hmm.
he'll get 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Mm-hmm.
I just push 3 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And stop when they stop talking if they don't take the 3.
Yeah. I think that'll be a fair amount. I think 3 minutes is a lot of time, but
Yes.
yeah.
I think, is this just county commissioners or are there some other positions?
No, just the 2 county commissioners.
Well, commissioners talk more than other candidates, so, but 3 minutes still is a lot.
I suspect most of them.
Commissioners talk more than other candidates, so, but 3 minutes still is a lot.
I suspect most of them.
Commissioners talk more than other candidates, so,
Damn it. Oh, and then Susan, while I'm still on screen, because I don't want to make myself an attendee, I don't think I will make myself, well, I couldn't make myself an attendee as well, could I? Okay. What I'd like you to do, have you guys just a Vote 411 logo sign?
I can do it.
Why don't you cover me with that, and then you'll be covering somebody else. Pardon?
What do you mean cover you with it?
Oh, so that when I'm still on screen, I'm not, my face isn't visible, because I don't want to be visible for the whole Q&A. I think that's a distraction.
It could be her profile picture, so that when she turns it off, it's instead of Chris Bardell showing across. Like, so if I stop my video right now, it's just my name. But if you set your account to have a profile picture, it'll show up when you stop your video.
But
if you stop your video, the audience will no longer see your box disappears.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Do you guys want to have want me to move you into being an audience member so that you can see what that looks like?
Well, I believe you, but actually that solves my problem, because all I'll do is, as long as I can hear and can come back in at any point, if there's a problem that we need to try to address, I can just disappear myself by turning off the video.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I didn't realize that. I thought when I was playing with it when we were on that training yesterday, I was getting rid of everybody, and then I could only bring everybody back in.
Yeah, well, the only reason we were talking about doing that was because the TVW guy or whoever it was recording from the panelist view, and so he wanted to be able to hide everybody whose video was off. But if you're looking at the audience view, then you never see the video of people whose video is off. Like you don't, their little box just disappears. And
Okay, but for the broadcasting, because there's not going to be any webinar attendees, for the broadcasting, I would show up.
It depends, because when I ported it out to Facebook Live and I turned my camera off, you couldn't see me anymore. I disappeared from the screen. So I think I'd be curious to know what YPAC says it shows up.
Well, let's be ready, Susan, with a picture for me to replace me.
Well, I don't think I can replace you with a picture. You have to do that, don't you?
I have to do that.
Right.
And how do I do that?
You put it as you put it into your background. And-
No, she doesn't want it in her background. So up on she wants it when she turns the video off, right? So if you go up to put your mouse or put the little mouse on your video and there's the it's mute and then ellipses.
Mm-hmm.
If you hit the ellipses, it'll say add profile picture and then you can just upload whatever you want.
Great. Okay. Yeah, because it may be on YPAC that it would be showing. I would be showing. And it would be bad if I were showing and I didn't know I was showing.
So she has to do it though, right? She has to add her profile picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I could do that because I think I can. I've got I can cut and paste a Vote 411 logo. I've got that. So let me play with that, so you won't have to worry about it.
Okay. Where is that? Add profile picture.
Go to the top right of your picture and click on that those three little dots.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, wait, but now I can't do it there.
I don't have it.
It does a edit profile picture at the bottom or near the bottom. Oh, it also said hide self view.
Yeah, I don't have a edit profile picture.
Well, I just hid myself.
Only from you.
Oh, okay. You can still
Like
see
if
me.
people don't want to look at themselves while they're in a meeting, that's a good way to hide yourself.
Okay.
You can also, like, in your actual Zoom account, I think you can go through the settings and put up a profile picture. Right.
Okay. Now, I really mean about not wanting to be on camera if I think I don't. So the cut and paste sound, or to come up with a profile picture that I can change to, right?
Yeah, you should be able to get a Vote 411 picture and make it your picture.
Okay.
All right. Can you guys hear me? Oh, let's see. Can you hear me now? I've got the YouTube stream working. I'm going to work on the Facebook now. And once I get that done, I will email one of you guys. I mean, unless you want to hang out while I get it done. But I will email you folks and get credentials so that I can get it embedded into your Facebook page.
It did make you an admin, so you should just be able to accept that.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Aiden.
Okay, for the record, Adian, but
I say it again.
Adian, soft A.
Adian. Okay.
With a name like Adian, I'm not really picky about it, but
No, but I understand. And Amy, you haven't sent out the Zoom link on the actual forum tomorrow, have you? Okay.
Wow.
Anybody else have questions, issues, concerns?
I'm still practicing rearranging people, and it's definitely not working, and I don't understand why.
Could you find the command?
No, and I'm trying to figure out if that's just a thing that exists in Zoom meeting and not in Zoom webinar. Because I can change for the audience between speaker view and gallery view. Although, I'm gonna spotlight this for everyone. Yeah, that just worked. I can do 2 spotlights.
That might be a nice thing to do about 3 minutes before we start, is to throw that up on the screen and let the streamers start with that. So that was a spotlight.
Yes. And then I just removed all spotlights. Here, I can make co-host again for you. Sorry, trying to turn off the audio. I'm using my phone to see what it looks like to be an audience member, but I can't turn off the audio on that. So there's just sound everywhere. Yeah, that's so weird. There just isn't a choice to reorder and force you all to look at what I'm looking at. I can change everybody's view to speaker to not speaker and spotlight and all that stuff, but that's the only power I seem to have.
Okay.
I can't rearrange.
Yeah. And the spotlight is done up in that corner speaker. No.
No, you do it either in the participant panel with that more option, or when you hover over somebody's picture and those 3 dots appear, you can say spotlight.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. But that
And
would
for the audience, all I am seeing is that that slide. I'm not seeing the rest of us.
okay, great. But you could hear us if we were talking.
Yeah. The audio is working. It just nobody else's image is appearing except for that.
Yeah. So we would have to ask everybody to be silent. We're going to go to just an open screen with the forum on it for a couple of minutes before we open up to broadcast. And do I need to broadcast, or I don't, do I? Because I'm not.
The host does have to broadcast. So you will start in a practice session, and then during that entire period, there will just be a banner across the top. And at some point, you just click that to say broadcast when you're ready to go live and have the audience be able to see you, or yeah.
So even for the streaming, that would need to be done.
I believe so.
Okay. And tell me again.
I'm not 100% sure, so I would still be a little cautious if the streaming has started and you're talking amongst yourselves, even if you haven't hit broadcast. I just don't know for sure.
Okay. So if we go silent, everybody's clear they need to be silent for the next 2 minutes. And
Yeah.
Okay, we throw the screen up there, and then what's the method of doing broadcast? Is that under more?
No, there's actually just a button that will hover at the top of your screen. So, you don't have to hunt for it. It's just there. And because we're already broadcasting,
I didn't do that when we started, though.
I did.
Okay.
I'm
because
sorry.
I didn't think the audience could see us, and we had people in the audience. I think that was part of what was going on with Susan.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying
See
attention.
the
I
top
think I
of your
missed you.
screen. My top of my screen. I ran into this the other day when Dolores and I were working on things. All I have at the top of my screen is a video image, the little icon for the video, and Zoom webinar, and then it drops into the black screen with the tiles in it.
I'm trying to see if I can find a screenshot of what it looks like so that you can see. Here we go. Where is it? This isn't a super clear image, but.
That's all right, just so I have a sense of where it is.
So do you see here this orange panel that appears here that says practice mode only. Webinar cannot, or viewers cannot join until you broadcast, and then it has a broadcast button right there.
Yeah, I'm, wait a second, I can't get back to the screen.
Am I not sharing the screen?
Yes, but it's
Okay. Broadcast.
okay. So how did you get to that screen?
I didn't. This is just a screenshot that somebody else has. I'm just trying to make this picture bigger. Yeah, it's just not going to be big. Anyway, it's this image, so it's just this orange bar will just appear at the top of your screen until you click broadcast. So it's not anything that you have to search out like you normally do.
So this is you set this up as a practice mode.
Yes. Well, no. Yes and no.
Okay. So
Practice mode is just what they call what's happening before you hit broadcast.
but I've never seen that. I never saw that orange bar at any time since I've been on the site.
I bet it was there at the very beginning and you just didn't pay any attention to it because you didn't know what it meant.
Well, and I couldn't get on for one thing. So by the time I got on, other people were on.
Yeah, but I guess I could just end this webinar and we can do a new one so that you can see that show up.
Wait, not yet.
Okay, that's a terrible idea. There's no way to stop the broadcast.
What if Chris got off right now and then logged back on and paid attention to that opening screen? No.
No, because this is about the fact that when I click broadcast, that basically invites the audience in. And I had to do that because Susan was in the audience, and so she couldn't see what was happening, and so was Dolores when we started. And so that I clicked broadcast, and now we are broadcasting. We're no longer in dress rehearsal. And there's no way to go back to dress rehearsal once you have opened the curtains.
It always shows up yellow or orange, like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's super obvious. You can't miss it.
Okay, so could we do a 15-minute test sometime tomorrow? Just you and me? If you send me a link and I open up as the host?
Yeah. Let me see what we have scheduled for tomorrow. I think I said right, we only have that thing at 1 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. Yeah. Anytime after 1, we can do a fake one. Or anytime before noon, we can do a fake one.
Let's do it before. How about 9:30? Is that too early? You can be honest.
What'd you say?
You can be honest.
Nope, I start work at 8:30, so.
Okay.
But that said, I should probably leave this and let you guys continue to play on your own, but, go back to doing other work.
Yes. Okay. Okay, so I'll look for and I'll be the one to open it, and then you'll come in as a participant.
Yeah, send me a reminder email in the morning and I can set it up then.
Okay.
Once we're sure exactly when. Okay.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye, Amy.
Okay. So, I need to get this in. you can send me an attendee invite.
Oh, that was a while ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, so you are. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
I'm playing with the stream, and it's working for me. But so feel free to bail. Don't stick around my account.
okay.
I will
and
confess that I did not hear. I wasn't paying much attention. I did hear you one time talking about wanting to mute your audio before you go live. Is that right?
Could you say that again?
Did you say you wanted to mute your audio before you go live a couple minutes before you go live? Was that right?
I don't know if I'll mute everybody or just ask everybody to be quiet for the next 2 minutes.
That's fine. I think it's easy to do on my end if we needed to.
Well, I guess it is for me too.
Cool. Let's see. But
I'm not quite sure how to do that.
What are you wondering about, Chris?
Talking about just before we start, before we go live, to mute everybody.
It should be, if you look at panelists,
Mm-hmm.
you should have the option to mute all.
Oh, yes, I see it now. Okay. It didn't work. Mute all.
Then
Okay. I just want to be able to understand how I get you all unmuted at one time.
you can't unmute anyone, but so if you say unmute all it does is say the host is asking you to unmute, do you want to? But you can't unmute somebody without their consent.
Okay, well, I think I'll just tell everybody to watch for that. I don't know if it's necessary to mute. If there's a little bit of rustling around in the background, I just didn't want people carrying on conversations for that last minute or so before we went live. So,
Chris, can I leave or do you want me on?
yes, you can. You can.
Okay,
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
very much. Yeah.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
see you guys.
Okay, I think we're done. Now I've got everybody muted. Susan, are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Chris, if you could wait just a moment, I'm going
Sure.
over at the beginning and the end. I need to add, let's see. Okay, the more info slide.
Okay, I'll go ahead and go.
Okay,
Thanks, Chris.
thank you. We'll see you tomorrow
Susan.
night.
Thank
All
you.
right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
And just a moment, I'm adding one more slide at the end, and then I'll be able to. We'll go over and see if this is what we want. Okay, your vote matters. Okay. Okay, if at the beginning, okay, Chris, if we begin with this and have this showing basically, and then you begin your introduction, right?
Right.
And you da-da-da-da-da-da, and then ta-da, what do you say next? And then you talk about, oh, there it is. Then when you talk about the league.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I wanted to back up for a minute, Susan. On the first slide, is it possible to make that the speaker view, I wonder? Because it'd be nice if everybody wasn't showing on the screen, just that was showing on the screen.
You can. You're host. I don't know if I can. See if you can. Oh,
This would be a spotlight, wouldn't it?
yes. One spotlight. There.
Okay, it'll be like that.
Okay.
And Amy was saying when we did that, and she was an attendee, that she wasn't seeing the bar, the tabs across the top of the. It was just that. So
Okay.
So that'll be a spotlight.
And then you'll take the spotlight off after you start talking, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because then there's the League of Women Voters. And
Right.
there's the forum structure.
Mm-hmm.
And then you introduce the moderator. Now,
Right.
do you want to introduce this Yakima County Commissioner Powers, or do you want him to?
Why do? Well, I already have that because you sent me your PowerPoint, right?
Right.
What I'll do tomorrow morning is I will send that to him and ask him if he wants that showing while he's doing his introduction or not.
Okay.
And then I'll let you know.
Okay.
Okay.
And then when he introduces the candidates, I have that for both candidates, and then make statements,
Mhm.
and then back and forth between them, and then closing statements. Okay. And then does he end it and you enter in again?
Yes. And I'm going to send you that. I'm going to update that.
Okay.
The program and timing. But when he's done with it, I'm going to ask him to wrap up the question and answers about 7:50, and then I'll give my little closing statement. And he may round over again some because I certainly don't need 10 minutes. But then we would show those last slides during that.
And okay, you also mentioned the recordings, and so I've got a slide.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got.
But we don't have we do not have a website that we're putting this recording on.
Oh, so I'll take that off.
Oh yeah, I didn't catch that. Thank you.
Okay.
Just the Herald has the website.
Okay, I can change that. Ours will just say Facebook page.
And you, in my remarks, my closing remarks, Susan, say, I want to thank our co-sponsors, etc. The recording of the forum will be available on YPAC, the Herald website, and Facebook page, and the Facebook page of the League of Women Voters. So that would be the perfect time to show that.
Right. And then after that, we have for more voter information and information about the candidates for all of our races.
Yes.
And you'll probably include something about that then?
Yeah.
And then we want to end, on your vote matters and
Yes.
the ways they can do their ballots and deadlines.
Yeah. And I'm going to end with saying, and please exercise your right to vote.
Right.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. So I will take off one page from first, but otherwise I think I got it.
Okay.
Whew. This work it's going to be really slick.
Yeah. All right. So are we ready to end?
Talk to you guys later. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for all the help.
Thank you again. And Quinn.